Hey guys, it's Drac and welcome back to another episode of Hearthstone. What I plan on doing in Hearthstone is I'm going to do a little bit of a series based on Arena. It seems to be what most people enjoy. Also, I don't have the super cards to really compete in ladder. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little Arena series. And I think what the plan is in the first episode of every Arena series, we will build a deck and play one game. And then, depending on how fast my games are, I'll either do one game or two games, every day until the arena is over. So it'll probably be about, hopefully I can get out a video a day of arena because it's, it's a little easier for me to record. So we're gonna give it a shot today. Today our choices are between the warrior, the priest, and the druid class. I'm actually going to pick the Druid class today for today's arena. I'm going to talk through my choices on why I'm picking certain cards. I'll talk through my gameplay, and then if any of you guys have any questions on this, if you want, I'd even consider putting out a Hearthstone tutorial type video to sort of explain a little bit more about the game. But if not, I just want you guys to see what's going on, enjoy it, and yeah. So without further ado, here we go. Let's pick Druid. Alright, so the way the arena works is you pick your class, and then you're offered 3 cards 30 times in order to build your 30 card deck. So we're going to go through it. Out of these 3 cards, I have an Alarmobot, a Wild Pyromancer, and a Savagery. Alarmobot is super inconsistent in arena. You never know if you're going to actually have cards that'll work with it. It's not very good in general. Savagery, again, deals damage equal to your hero's attack, but if I don't get any cards that actually up that, it's just 1. It's not worth it. Wild Pyromancer, on the other hand, is pretty powerful. It's a 3/2 for 2, which is already good. Plus, it has that added bonus of dealing damage when casting a spell. So, I'll be taking a Wild Pyromancer. My second choices here, I have Claw, Wild Growth, and Ancient Brewmaster. I actually like all 3 of these cards. Wild Growth I like better in Constructed, as in an arena you never really know if you're going to need that speed up. Brewmaster's nice, but I can't pass up on a Claw this early. I find it really useful for removal. I play a little bit more of a control type game. I'm actually going to take a second one here, even though Savage Aura and Frost Elemental are both pretty decent. In this situation, I'm going to go grab myself a Loot Hoarder for some card draw. We actually, if you look at we've got a decently low curve right now. But here we grab Druid of the Claw, one of my favorite Druid cards, especially for Arena. I'd grab almost as many of them as I can find. Chillwind Yeti, I think, is one of the best cards in the game. Better than both Soul of Fire and Savage Roar. Even though the Roar's nice for a finisher, but Yeti helps me control the game throughout. Here we have Stranglethorn Tiger, Abusive Sergeant, and Demonic Berserker. I actually like all 3 of these cards. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm actually going to grab the Berserker. I like 2-drops. I like having a decent amount of them. If I can get a couple of them out of the way now early, we'll go that route. Nourish, Starfall, and Impmaster. Nourish I really like. Impmaster is pretty interesting, but Starfall is pretty much amazing for AoE clear in Arena. In this case here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the Tiger that I passed up on last time. Here I have a Mana Addict, which is bad, and Ancient Mage, which is bad, so I'm definitely going to go grab the Nourish. Normally, I like to keep my 4-drops open for swipes and such. I also don't really mind skipping the 3-drops on a Druid. It's easy enough for me to drop a 2-drop or just use a Hero Power on that turn. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab the Ancient Brewmaster in this case because I have a couple cards that if I can bring them back and heal them up, it'll be nice. Spiteful Smith is decent, but I don't have any weapons as a Druid. Soul of Fire, Forest I don't like, and Power of the Wild is great, so I'm going to grab that. Here's the best 3-drop in the game at the moment for control, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Harvest Golem over both the other 2 poor options. I'm going to grab the Mad Bomber because I love Mad Bomber. I already have a Brewmaster. Razorfen is just bad. Mad Bomber can be a lot of fun. Here's where I'm stuck now for my first time with 3 bad options. I think that all 3 of these cards are bad. Archmage will give me a little bit more late game presence though, so I may as well grab that. Voodoo Doctor, Argent Squire, great and constructed, in Arena. 3rd Claw, I'll take it in a second. As I said, Druid of the Claw, I'll take as many of those as I can get. Here, 3 bad options. I'll take the beef. When I have bad options, I usually take the beefiest guy. Here, I like Silverhand Knight. My curve is kind of crappy. 2 crappy epics and a great Ancient of War. That's not even a question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 drops. Let's grab the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Definitely the Shield Master's great. I'll grab a Frost Warlord, even though my 5 drops are starting to get a little ridiculous. Loot Hoarder. Finally a swipe. Oh, another Starfall or a Defender of Argus. I'm gonna grab the Defender. We have enough small stuff where Defender can be really useful. How do I pass up on an Ironbark Protector? Acolyte's great though. Ironbark it is. Ooh, bad options all around. In this case, I will take the Wild Growth, especially with my major 5s. Yeti's the best card. And Starfall. I already have one. Let's grab a Questing Adventure. It's always fun, and I actually like the fact that it forces my opponent to deal with it. Alright, so we've actually made our deck. Our curve is actually not great. The deck, on the other hand, is decently strong. I like the 3 claws for early removal. We have some early plays. Loot Hoarder for some engine. You know, Harvest Golem. We've got the 1 swipe. A couple of Yetis, which are great. We have a Defender. Ascension Shield Master. 2 Druid of the Claws. A Protect. We have actually some really... We've got some mega taunts here. We got 1 taunt, 2, 3, 4, 5 big taunts, and then a Defender of Argus. So I think we actually have a shot to do decently well with this deck. So we're going to play 1 game in this episode because we built the deck, and then in the next episode we'll probably do 2 games, but we'll see how it goes. Because you know, Druid's a little more control, so the games may take a little bit longer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode where I was playing Saving, and for some reason this part of this Finding Opponent always frame rate lags me, but once I get into the game we're in good shape. Alright, so it looks like we're playing against a mage. Mages are quite irritating to play against, but we actually have a really interesting starting hand that I'm gonna keep the whole thing. We're gonna see. I'm gonna force the mage to deal with these cards early, try and force out some of his spells. So I like to always hold the claw for removal purposes. You know, it's you know, I can on turn 3 I can deal with a 3/3 without, you know, with 3 armor. Let's go ahead. Let's play Pyromancer. I want to see if he's got a Frostbolt. I'm trying to bait a spell out right now, or something with 1 health, so I can claw it and kill it and, you know, savage this guy's face. So my hand's pretty decent. We'll see what happens. I generally don't like to play Questing Adventure on turn 3 because it's so easily killed. Wow, it looks like he doesn't have an answer for the Pyromancer, which means if he doesn't have an answer for the Pyromancer, he doesn't have an answer for the Adventurer. So I'm actually going to play the Adventurer in a place where I would almost never do this. Yeah, let's do it. If anything, it's just going to be a target that's going to keep the Pyromancer alive again, because if he's going to blow another mana here, he's going to have, you know, he won't be able to deal with this. But we'll see. He's playing with the card he just drew. So actually in Hearthstone, your cards don't reshuffle. They actually stay in the proper order. See, look at this. He's actually now not even sure what to do. He's fireballing now the Adventurer. Last turn he fired the Pyromancer. Oh, so this is just great. I'm going to use Defender of Argus right away. I'm now dealing another... Oh, if he doesn't have like some sort of AE right here, he's going to be in a world of hurt real quick. So this gains +1/+1 whenever you play a card. Did he just Frostbolt the Defender of Argus? So the Defender of Argus, when it comes into play, it gives my creatures +1/+1 and taunt, the adjacent creatures. The mage may be new. He may not know that by killing it, it doesn't remove the 1/1 and the taunt. That's my guess on what happened here. I'm going to play my Squire in the middle so that my taunts can't be hit by a Cone of Cold. So Cone of Cold is a mage spell that freezes a target and the 2 guys next to it, adjacent, just like the Defender of Argus does adjacent. So I want to keep my 2 taunts on either side so they can't both be frozen at the same time. He's got a Blizzard, I'm assuming. There's Blizzard. Does 2 damage to everything and freezes them. So he's killed 2 of my creatures off. By dropping a Yeti, I've actually now... So one of the major spells is Flame Strike. It deals 4 damage to everything. But by playing this Yeti, I've actually bumped this guy out of his hero power ability. And I'm going to attack him for 1. So I was frozen from Blizzard. Blizzard freezes guys so they can't attack. I think we're in great shape. I think we actually have this game pretty much in the bag. It's not guaranteed, obviously, but it's going to be difficult for him to come back with only 6 mana. He doesn't have even enough mana for a Flame Strike. His really only hope is to freeze me again. You know, or have some sort of other clear. He started debating, he doesn't know what to do. So here, this actually gives him +1 spell power. So he's the only... so that was actually a pretty good play on his part. Deal 2 damage to everything. So he actually killed my questing adventurer, and he killed my Silverhand Knight. That was a pretty nice play. I don't think it's going to be enough to save him, but it was a pretty nice play. So normally here, when playing... I wouldn't play this aggressively, but the Harvest Golem has the ability to come back from the dead. When it dies, he actually replaces itself with a 2/1. So I'm actually almost hoping that I get Flame Struck here. It'll be good. He's not going to be able to deal with War Golem or Ancient of War after a Flame Strike. I think he knows he's dead. Because if he doesn't have a board clear, I have the 2 damage from here and the 2 damage from the claw. So he's wasting a fireball on a Yeti, which is just phenomenal news for me. It's pretty much a desperation play. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Either we're going to kill him or he's got an ice block. Alright, so we were successful. We have victory in game 1 of the arena. Hooray! Alright, so game 1 of the arena was a success. So the way that arena works is you go until you either win 12 games or lose 3 times. To date, my best arena is 10-3. I've done that a few times actually. But you know, this deck, it's not bad. I don't think we have a chance to really go, you know, 12 wins, but we can do some decent damage with this deck actually. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to let me know what you guys think. Obviously, chances are I'm going to be playing the rest of the arena out, so just stay tuned for more episodes coming up. But yeah, I'll take all the comments and suggestions from this arena run, and I'll use it for the next arena runs videos, because I'm probably just gonna play out most of it tonight. But yeah, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.